already with my tickets here. I'm glad they're still
I think it's it. Oh no, here we go. Motion covering.
All righty, you ready?
Yep.
Motion to call the regular board meeting, back to order. 8:05.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mr. Chair, before you get too involved in this meeting, I'll just take my leave if that's okay with the board, or, and I'll just take any directions that you have after, if you make any decisions, all right?
Very good.
All right, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome again to the new board members. Thank you.
All right. Second by.
Have a good holiday.
You too. Maybe that was good. Okay. So, oh, okay. So Linda did that one. We did the
Thanks.
Greg.
I appreciate
We're
it.
on
12.
12. Oh, where's our other sheet? Let's get back on here. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, so right here.
All right, we got a motion by Todd to appoint Keith Gifford to the Augusta Township Planning Commission. All in favor?
Is there a
I guess
second?
say- second.
I'll second it.
I have to do a roll call.
And then we'll do a roll call. Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith. Kim,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Todd, yes.
Okay.
That works good.
Congratulations, Keith.
Thank you.
Okay, so, yep, I'm going to, so resolution 2424, is in the packet. I also emailed you. It's the budget amendments for the, it would be our second quarter, end. Yeah, so I would make a motion to approve draft resolution 2424, a resolution amending the operating and capital budget appropriations for the funds fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Oh, first, can I get a second? Second. Okay, now.
All right, roll call. Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith.
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Todd's a yes.
Okay. Motion passes.
So we got second by.
Yeah, I think it was Linda, yeah. Okay, and then this, we're on to this one, and I can do this one. Okay, so I would make a motion to approve, draft resolution 2425, updating the Augusta Township ordinance violation complaint form. And as we talked about, it was brought up in public comment. So this is, did you want to talk about it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so
Can we
this
get a
is,
second? Can we get a second before we
oh,
discuss?
sure, can we get a second?
A second.
Okay. Okay, so the complaint form now, you can't be anonymous. You have to tell us who it is. It's not going to be revealed to the person you're complaining about or whatever. That can still be kept private. But we have to have some point of contact, and it has to be a legitimate complaint in order for us to follow through. So,
Yeah, I mean, as
Oh,
long as
yeah, I'll
we
read the
know-
resolution.
As long as we know that people have the insurance that it is being kept confidential and it's never gonna be told to the person, because this, I do agree, sometimes someone may be afraid. Maybe
Yeah.
it's an issue with the neighbor that they're afraid of, or that is a concern of mine, is that the public has to know that it is being kept in 100% confidentiality.
right, right, and it's not for the purpose, like the complaint form doesn't get shown to the person who the complaint is about. It's just so that there's contact information. So, yeah, I mean,
So, are you gonna ask for ID?
that was a good idea that Susan brought up, but I don't know how the board
I
did.
think we should, because
Yeah,
then
because-
you got people in the community that's making the complaint instead of someone from poor neighbor, from different communities coming in, just
Well, plus it proves who they are, I mean, they could give a
Correct.
fake name, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll say you have to have an identification.
And we could add that, you wanna add that to the resolution, Belinda, or? So let me read this. Oh, to the form, okay, yeah. At a regular board meeting of the Augusta Charter Township, Washtenaw County, Michigan, held in the Lincoln Senior Center at 8970 Whitaker Road, Ypsilanti, Michigan, 48197, on the 26th day of November 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Whereas Augusta Charter Township zoning ordinances protect the quality of life of all residents in Augusta Township, and whereas Augusta Charter Township Board of Trustees strives to work together to resolve zoning and ordinance issues, and whereas Augusta Charter Township Board of Trustees recognizes a change in the current ordinance violation complaint form needs to be implemented, and whereas both the accused and complainant information sections of the Augusta Charter Township ordinance violation complaint form now need to be completed to ensure further investigation into the complaint. Now therefore be it resolved that the attached updated Augusta Charter Township complaint form is to be effective immediately.
Are you talking about license, that they had to just show their license, or they had to fill something out with their license?
No,
Just show that they're
Okay,
residents.
so I'm not sure what-
Like
I'm
I'm Kim
put in this stuff.
Gonzi, this is my ID,
Okay.
and I'm gonna complain about
Alright.
Linda, cause she's
And
given.
then, yeah, someone could
Just
just,
give me a hard time.
You give me a hard time.
and they could just initial it on the form if someone checked it or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
They don't have to write it down or,
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. So I would make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Second by Todd.
I have it, you made it and stuff.
Oh, we
Oh,
already
so-
did
oh,
that
so
part,
yeah,
okay, so
okay,
let's
yep,
do a
sorry
roll
about that.
call. Yeah.
Roll call with that. Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes,
Michael,
Yes.
Stephanie,
yes,
Todd's a yes.
okay, very good.
Now we got the next one is a motion by Todd, second by, to continue the deputy supervisor employment comprehension further notice.
Compensation. for-
Compensation for further notice, right.
Yep, so I will second that, to continue the deputy supervisor employment and compensation.
Correct.
Yep,
So we'll do a roll call on that, right?
yep,
Linda Adams,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
yes,
Mike, Stephanie,
Yes.
Todd's a yes.
okay. Okay.
Motion by,
Oh, okay, so this is the draft.
right, that's
So-
usually this one.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to receive and file the draft Augusta Charter Township 25-26 budget. As submitted, it was in our board packet for the board to review. Okay.
Second.
Second by Linda.
Roll call on it again.
I just thought it was Keith Gifford, Kim
Yeah.
Gonzi. Okay. Yep, okay, so yep,
All right, we're going, Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
yes,
Michael,
Yes.
Stephanie,
Yes.
and yes for Todd. Reports.
oh yeah, supervisor's report, so you get to say whatever you want.
Yeah, we'll move forward with the supervisor report right now. Want to do utilities?
Yeah, do we, Alan, James, Alan?
Good evening, and congratulations on the board for either re-elected or the newly elected officials. So overall, we have completed pumping out the fire hydrants, getting them ready for the winter cold months, so they will not freeze. There was a power outage on October 31st, and at that time, the generator gave us a fault on the 480 volt stations, which are 6 of the 10 stations. Luckily, the power was restored prior to any backup in the system. So we got very, very lucky that we already had septic haulers coming to start pumping out the lift stations. So we really got lucky. We have rented a generator right now to have on hand until we get the Augusta generator fixed. We are working with Cummins, who built the generator, to get us a quote on the price to repair it. We still have not gotten that quote yet. As we've discussed in the past, the lift stations, there's no standby generators on the stations. So we are still looking at possibly moving forward with maybe one or two in the future. The water loss is at 26%. Last month it was 28%, but we also flushed hydrants last month. That's why it was a little higher. And then moving forward, we'll be starting to work heavily on fixing the hydrants that we came across from flushing, and we're still waiting on some parts. So, and that's pretty much all I have. Does the board have any questions for me? Did you want Matt Johnson to come up to discuss that valve?
He's saying no.
No? Okay.
Did you want to talk about that?
Okay.
No, okay,
Thank you.
all right, thank you.
Joey's report.
Yeah, so just say, make a motion to approve it.
Make a motion to approve the utility report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That's it. Now your clerks have their.
Yep, now on to me.
You got-
Yeah. All right, so once again, congratulations to our new board members and to those that won the election. We had a 74.09% turnout for this election on November 5th, the general election. 95.3% of our absentee ballots were returned. Early voting, there were 755 voters in the early voting. In August, we had 14, so that really caught on. In August, we had 5,896 registered voters. In November, we had 6,149 registered voters, an increase of 253 voters. We recently received reimbursement for the February and the August elections. In August, all we could claim was the postage, but we did get $20,000 in February, a total of $22,130 we got back from the elections for the cost of them. Workers' comp, I want to thank Belinda for her diligence in getting all of our vendors current workers' compensation policies. Because of this, we received a check for $516 back from the accident fund. Our current premium is $7,642 annually. When Belinda first was elected clerk in 2016, we were paying over $10,500 annually for workers' comp. It's because of her doing her due diligence and getting those insurance forms. Also, thanks again to the deputy she applied for the Michigan Renewable Ready Communities program, which could result in a payment of $5,000 per megawatts for the solar farm that's going in our area. This could be over $429,000 the township will receive if we get approved for this, for having a solar farm in our area. Specific information on this grant is going to be included in the next month's packet. And I wanted to ask Belinda, so we came across something with the boards and committees. Did you want to elaborate on it, Belinda?
Sure. We used to have a full-time employee at the township that was the office manager, office administrator, and one of her tasks was keeping track of our boards and committees and their terms, and if somebody resigned and the board appointed a new person, that was her task. Unfortunately, she got ill and went on medical leave and then never came back to the hall. So different people were stepping forward to fill in her responsibilities, and Kim and I stepped in to the boards and committees, and it wasn't until one of the planning commission members asked me a question about his term that I learned that we were making a mistake in the way that we were keeping track of committee members' terms. So we have gotten the advice from Alan, helped me by calling MTA, and the way that we fix it is by making a public comment that we made a mistake. And what we were doing was, if the position was a 2-year term and the board met and appointed somebody to that board, Kim and I were putting them down from 2 years of the day that the board appointed them. What we were supposed to be doing was looking at the person that they were replacing and just appointing them for that person's term. Well, Heather's been gone for many years now, so we have put together a list of, are we receiving and filing, making a motion to receive and
Yeah,
file that?
let's do that, yep.
We put together a list of what everyone's term is supposed to be, and we'll be reaching out to everybody if the board approves receiving and filing that, if they need a new oath.
I don't know, Belinda sent it to all of us, but it didn't get put on the agenda. So this is the good one. And I
Okay.
can email it to everyone tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, MTA said we didn't even need to receive and file. I just needed to make a public comment that a mistake was made, and this is a reasonable method of correcting that mistake. And then we will reach out to any committee member that needs a new oath.
Yeah.
So, nobody on a committee is expired right now.
Oh, and we'll probably bring back in December, we need to do, an appointment to the election commission. So, yeah, yeah. So everybody think about that. Cause it needs to be a board member, you have 2 board members and the clerk, or, and the deputy.
They're really short meetings, not really.
Yeah, Linda's one of our.
Nothing that'll hurt.
Yeah, they don't hurt too bad. All right. Do anybody else want to see the boards and committees? So I will make a motion to receive and file the revised 2025 board and committees list.
I'll second.
Is that the same one you emailed?
Yeah, that's the one. We just gonna do the second one. Oh, yeah, do it.
All right, we're gonna do a roll call then. Linda,
Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Michael,
Yep.
Stephanie, Todd's a yes. We can give this a couple if they ask for it, public can ask for one, we can get one from them too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then,
It's on the G drive too.
so make a motion to approve my.
So we got some motion to approve,
Clerk's report, but I didn't do the
Yeah.
warrants, I still gotta do the warrants.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do that real
let's do
quick.
that first.
Yeah, motion to approve the warrants 27792 through 27908.
Second.
All right. Now we'll do,
Yeah, just make a motion.
now make a motion to approve, the clerks.
Yeah, you voted on the
vote.
We have to vote on it, yeah, do
I'm
the roll
sorry,
call.
yeah.
See, I told you I needed.
I know.
Sit up there. That's why I bought her,
I'm not helping much on this.
that's why I bought her lunch, see?
Come on, Ken, we've got a
Linda.
chair up here. Yes.
Susan,
Yes.
Keith,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
Stephanie.
Yes.
Todd's a yes.
Okay,
Alrighty.
so this one's done and this one's done.
Are you warrants now, right?
Yeah, we did the warrants, and so that was
Now
a
it's
roll
up to,
call.
now it's Sue's chance to turn, right, treasurer?
Yeah.
Except per report.
Yeah, so we just
Well,
have to
accept
approve the
your- yeah,
report.
whatever.
Okay.
Accept the report.
Can we get a second? Todd makes a motion.
I'll second.
Keith? Okay. Okay, and then, the clerk's report, all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, Susan.
Okay, so I emailed the cash summary and the investment report to all the board members this afternoon. So If you have any questions, give me a call or send me an email or stop in the hall. If you want anything added to the report, if you noticed, it's just in the, I had the input for the tax and the input for the pooled account, but I broke out some of what's in the pooled account because people requested. So if you want to see any other breakout in that, just let me know. The treasurer's office was very busy in November. I really wanted to relax after the election, but I could not. It was, I did turn right around. So we turned right around, we did a utility bill, and then we also had to finish up our winter taxes, which we had started previous, to the election, but we had to get it to the printer by mid-November. So I want to just always give thanks to my staff who assist in this as we got everything done on time. I want to give a shout out to my deputy Joanne. She not only collects all the millage information and a lot of the data for that goes on the tax bill, but she also formats and puts together our newsletter. So I think at this point her biggest task is just to chase around all the officers to get our write-ups, and she usually gives me a break, but she does a really good job on the newsletter. And to that point, I just wanted to read something I put in the newsletter. You guys will get it when you get your taxes, but I wanted to just make mention about the millages. I know that there was a lot of concern with people on the millages. It's an increase in money to everybody. It's not great. But I just kind of wanted to go through it real quickly. And they all passed. We had millage renewals that were increased and 2 new millages. The renewals that were increased were the Veterans and Roads millages. The Huron-Clinton Metro Authority millage also went up a small amount. The Older Persons Services, which is starting now, and the sinking fund for Lincoln Schools, which is not on the winter tax bill, will be on the next summer tax bill, are new. Millage rates for the parks, enhanced emergency communication system, mental health and public safety, and conservation did not change. The increased and new millages increase the taxes paid to Washtenaw County was 19%. So it was not your whole tax, your whole taxable value, but just within the county millages. A detailed list of the taxes collected by Washtenaw County with election and expiration dates is on the back of the tax bill. Augusta was not affected by these changes, meaning the money didn't directly come to us with these new millages, but hopefully it comes back to the county, back to us in different ways. And the millage rates for the township line items are the same as was billed in 2023. So I just wanted to make mention about the millages. So Joanne and I also attended the Washtenaw County's regular treasurers meeting. It was held in Scioto Township. New and old treasurers got to meet each other. We heard an informative presentation about the work and interactions we have between the assessor and treasurer's office in the course of a year. I'm sure the new treasurers appreciated the information, but I think we all learned something, whether we are new or not. So it was really nice to meet all the new treasurers and some of the new county people. I was hoping that the new county treasurer would be there, but she was not. They don't always attend, but I think we're going to meet her next week. There's some meet and greet in December, I think. And last, I ordered a small awning to hang over the water dispensers so that the paper money does not get wet if it is raining out. The bills will not feed into the machine if it is moist or wet. And we did have resident come in and suggest this, but I think he may have been the first one to mention it, but it's probably happened before. So I reached out to Keith because he's a construction guy, and he went through Amazon to kind of pick out some reasonable awnings, what would work for that. And we picked one out, and it was $186.99. And Keith has volunteered to put it together and bolt it in the wall. So I think that'll be a good improvement for the people that are getting water, because no one likes to probably stand out there in the rain, get rained down while they're getting water, or me getting money out of the machine, but, you know, that's secondary. But anyway, so that'll be a nice little enhancement to the water dispensing station. So that's the end of my report.
All right. Motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Second?
All in favor? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next thing on the list here.
There's no assessor.
Yeah, do we have that in here?
There's no assessor, he didn't.
Oh, so we don't have an assessor report.
Farmland preservation, did they have a meeting?
No, they did not. We won't till the beginning of the year because it's quarterly, so.
Planning commission, did they have a meeting?
No.
What about the urban county?
No report.
No report. Code enforcement report, Roy's not in, do we have one?
There's one in your packet.
All
Yeah,
right.
do you have one?
You wanna do that?
Sure, you want me to read it? Incoming zoning communications for the month of October 2024. The zoning administrator responded to numerous zoning inquiries. The inquiries are received via email, phone calls, in person, and paper. Open ordinance and enforcement cases. As of November 26, 2024, there are 15 open cases. He opened 3 new cases. Closed cases. Closed cases are when a property owner complied with Augusta Township ordinances after receiving a violation notice and/or ticket. October 2024, we had 8 closed cases. As of today, they had 8. As of today, I believe he's saying there were 8 closed cases. Summary of zoning issues and continued education efforts. The current cases involve the following areas in Augusta Township zoning ordinance. In October, our cases involved weeds and grass, animals, blight, signs, unlicensed vehicles, and noise complaints. We had 8 court appearances, 6 Zoom and 2 in person. Of the Zoom, the township won 3. The other 2 complied with the issued ordinance violation, and 1 was adjourned. Of the 2 in-court cases, both were won. We will continue to educate our residents to increase the understanding of enforcement policy. For any questions or enforcement, please contact Roy Williams, 734-461-6117, extension 212, or email oce@augustatownship.org.
Motion to approve the enforcement report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, we got public comment. 3 minutes, please. After that, we have board response.
Welcome all new board members. I think you all received emails from me, so I'm all, except for Keith, he's got sent back. A little disappointed that this wasn't an agenda item, but in a perfect world, I wouldn't have to be here tonight. In a perfect world, that range would never be there. In a perfect world, Milo would not have entered into an MOU with the FBI without first seeking approval from Augusta Township. The city of Milan was not in the position to enter into that MOU. The city of Milan has strong-armed everyone into believing it's an FBI venture. The facts are Milan owns the land, Milan owns the shooting range. The FBI is helping to fund it, to use it, as are any other law enforcement agencies in the country who would like to rent that space for training. They strong-armed the national parks into separating some of that property by saying it was the FBI and national security. They strong-armed Washtenaw County into a permit by using the FBI as owner. They did not consider the residents of Augusta at all with the build. They have no sound protection at all. They will say that they have concrete walls. Those are bullet containment walls and actually cause the sound to be louder. I have a huge concerns about the lead levels and the fact that because it's a government agency, it will not be monitored. Please understand that this range uses high caliber weapons, they rapid fire, and they shoot for hours on end, sometimes up to 8 hours. In my mind, Augusta Township should be as outraged as we are that the city of Milan has such low regard for them that they didn't bother to come to them about this project, even when it was suggested they do. The main point to remember is that the range should not be in that zoned area of Augusta Township. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Anybody else?
You don't have to duck.
Okay. Are you not recording?
Yeah.
Oh, hi.
I'm Heather Hamilton Burden. This is Wendy Albers, and we just wanted to give an update on the Augusta Green Team. It's the trash cleanup crew that was funded back in April. We had our last cleanup just this past weekend. We filled another 30-yard dumpster with 6 of us working on it. It was me, Brian Shelby, Michael Green, Keith Gipford, Wendy, and her husband Jeff Albers. And in just 2 or 3 hours, we filled that 30-yard dumpster. So that cost $425 to pay for the disposal, pay for that dumpster, and for them to come and pick it up. So we have a remaining balance of $1,336 of the initial $2,220 that was approved back in April. So we've got a good amount left. We're going to take a little break over the winter, but our next cleanup will be scheduled probably March, April, somewhere near Earth Day. There's definitely enough funds right now to cover 2, possibly 3 dumpsters. We'll be having a meeting prior to our first cleanup to talk about ideas and plans moving forward. Sure. Yeah. Is there? What else should we?
Well, we just,
share?
what did we cover? Yeah, you can talk about really focused on efforts.
Yeah, okay, so our the cleanup that just happened this weekend, we cleaned up McKean Road between Judd and Talladay, Hitchingham Road, Tuttle Hill.
Gooding.
Oh, that wasn't the,